What is going on, guys? Mitchell Phillips here, and welcome back to another video on Forza Horizon 4. Of course, you know by the title that the Corvette ZR1, the 2019 Corvette ZR1, 755 horsepower, the thing makes more downforce than a Z06, but produces less drag. Mind blown. I didn't even know that was possible, to be honest. I'm sure some of you did, but nonetheless, it's an incredible vehicle that we are getting in the game in this coming car pass, and it's included with some other pretty incredible car pass cars. If you guys didn't know, there was actually a forum post back in 2017, and we have continued to add to it, but it's really covered. It started in 2017, and it's really covered the most requested cars that we want to see in Forza Horizon 4, and at that #1 spot was the Corvette ZR1, in close second the Lamborghini Huracan Performante. Now, there's a lot of cars on that list that we've actually received through DLC. I'm not going to cover all of them, but some of them that are on the way, like the ZR1, like the GTC4 Lusso that's coming. We've gone already the Aston Martin Vantage from 2018. Actually, right at the #3 spot for most requested cars, we had the BMW M5 F90, which if you guys didn't know, we are getting with the expansion. So it seems like they're really paying attention to this forum post. They're really paying attention to the community overall, of course. And what that leads me to do, of course, is to start guessing, start speculating based off of some exciting cars that are in that list that we haven't yet got our hands on. So I'm going to go over primarily, actually fully, hypercars and supercars that I really want to see in that are in that list. I'm someone who's obsessed with the really fast stuff, the really expensive stuff. That's just how I am. If you guys are really excited for some of the other stuff, or at least want to see what might be coming when it comes to like hatchbacks or more affordable sports cars, then I will leave a link down in the description to a video I posted. That video is going to link you to the Forza Motorsport forum, where that forum actually takes place, and you can see the whole list for yourself of all the cars. And 2, I'll actually go through the top 40 with you in that video, so you guys can check that out. But right now, I want to cover some of the cars I'm really excited about that are in that top 40 that we haven't received yet, that I really hope we get to see, or at least the vast majority of them. So starting things off with 2 McLarens. Actually, I'll go through all 3 of them. So we have the Mclaren 675 LT, a car that we've been wanting in Forza for a while now, an absolutely amazing version of the 650S, and I fell in love with it back when I used to play CSR2. So I really hope we could get that car in the game. That'd be really exciting, and it's one of the most requested, so I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing it. Moving on to the Mclaren 600 LT, a car that, although newer, worked its way up the list pretty quickly and got around into like the top 15. So there is a chance we could see it. The community wants it, but the car is pretty new, so if we don't get it, it might be more of a time thing with Forza. As you guys know, it takes a while for them to actually design and implement a car into the game. The last McLaren on the list, at least I believe, is the Mclaren P1 Gtr. I wouldn't have minded too much, but I was talking with PTR Gaming, actually. That's really just a coincidence, P1 Gtr, PTR. But I was talking with PTR Gaming, and he loves the Mclaren P1, but the P1 in Horizon 4, we noticed, just isn't really that impressive. It isn't the same as the one in Horizon 3, and the one in Horizon 3 wasn't anything incredibly special, to be honest. But I feel like the one in Horizon 4 might be even worse. So a McLaren P1 Gtr would be nice to get, something that has a little bit more higher performance, a little bit more drivable. That being said, with a tune, I'm sure the P1 could do some good stuff, but we drove it stock and it was a little bit disappointing. The Ferrari 488 Pista, probably one of the most popular Ferraris people are talking about, whether we're talking about gaming or just in real life stuff. It's a beautiful car, and it would be sick to get in, of course. The Ferrari Portofino, if I'm saying that correctly, I hope so. But I didn't even really know what this car looked like. But I looked it up, and yes, please, give me that Ferrari Portofino. It's beautiful. It looks so nice. That would be so cool to get my hands on in that game. The Aston Martin Valkyrie, of course. Man, I've heard so many people talking about getting that car in. It would be incredible nonetheless. It's not a car that I'm obsessed with per se, or like would be driving like crazy, but it would be incredibly exciting to get in the game, and I'm all for bringing it in. The Lamborghini Aventador S. It's just me being really obsessed with Lamborghini, if I'm being honest. We have the LP700, we have the Aventador 4th edition, which is trash. Aventador SV. The SVJ probably won't come, but if they can bring it in, they might. I mean, we already know it's going to be highly requested. But the Aventador S, what do you guys think, man? Now, I have 3 other vehicles that I set aside because I think it's kind of unrealistic that we get them in. We might, but I would love to see them. The one that isn't unrealistic, luckily, is the Apollo IE. It's actually my dream car. A lot of people disagree. That's okay. That's fair enough. But Apollo actually said that one of their cars is going to be coming to the game. They only have 3 cars. So decent chance it's the Apollo IE, as that is right now like their cover car. Their most famous, their most popular. The Apollo Aero being like 1,000 horsepower, crazy hypercar with amazing aero. It just looks beautiful and fast as hell. And then the Gumper or the Apollo N, a lot of people think maybe no, because they just lost the licensing rights to that name for some reason. I don't want to get into it. They went from Apollo Gumper to the Apollo N. I don't even know how to get into it. I'm not well researched on the topic, but because of that, I doubt we're going to see that come in the game. It would be a little bit weird, I think. But the 3 that I would love to see, I don't know if we will. I'm not like crossing my fingers, but it would be cool. Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, Bugatti Divo, and the Hennessy Venom F5. Now, the Venom F5 is older than those 2 in terms of how long we've known about it, in terms of when we got to see what the Venom F5 would look like and stuff like that. It's older. Of course, it hasn't actually been built yet. But that's really where the problem is. It hasn't actually been built yet. That's why I think we might not see it, because how do you implement that car in the game, right? Do you make it go over 300 miles an hour? In that case, maybe other manufacturers would be mad at them. I know I would be a little upset if I was Koenigsegg or if I was Bugatti and an unproven Hennessy Venom F5 is put into the game and it's way faster than my cars. And then vice versa, if they purposely don't allow it to break 300 miles an hour, like we all know Hennessy is desperately trying to do with that car, then is Hennessy going to want them to even put it in the game? So for those reasons, I don't see those 3 cars coming in, but I would love to have them. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Again, if you're interested in the sport cars and the hatchbacks and stuff like that, you can find that down in the description. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos like this. Take it easy. Remember, your pain is your strength. I'm back.